The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And we're going to begin this hour by opening up the phone lines, 800-848-9222. It's a wonderful thing. New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch is staying on the job under Mayor-elect Mamdani. We'll get to that later in the program in this hour. What I want to start with, I'm going to mention it, but we're going to have to push it back into the midnight program because of technical difficulties, and we're trying to clean up the audio. But the bottom line is this, folks. Some stories stay with you forever. And what I'm talking about is one of them. It's the lived trauma of families torn apart. One of those families is the Tessa family. And I planned on introducing you right now to a remarkable woman by the name of Sabine Tassa, a mother who survived the unimaginable, and she is ringing the alarm bell of what happened to her in Israel, that it can happen to you today in New York by the same exact animals. Her oldest son, 17 years old, shot fatally in the head 6 times. Her husband, in a final act of love and bravery, threw himself onto a grenade in their home to protect his family. Her baby son, beaten so badly by Hamas that he's legally blind in one eye. Her life of what happened to her family October 7th, now some 2 years later. And it's one of 7 feature segments of an HBO Max documentary titled One Day in October. And when we do get this cleaned up, the audio, I strongly urge you folks to pay close attention to what she has to say. This mother is ringing the alarm bell, but we're going to have to push that back into the midnight program because it's got to be done right. And as of right now, the audio is not set to be aired in the fashion of which we have it. So we're working on it, and we're going to deal with that a bit later, possibly in the midnight hour. So the police commissioner, Jessica Tisch, is staying under the job under Mamdani. She's going to be around, but you know, I don't know what's going on in our world, folks. I really don't know what's going on. Everything is becoming racial. I'm going to show you with an example with Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, in a second. But I want you to listen to this. This debate on CNN. Scott Jennings, the Republican consultant, does an excellent job day in, day out of telling the truth. And he gets called a racist in this panel. Why? Because he says this is an IQ test. Don't fail it. So we're going to get to that in just 1 second. But again, I do apologize that the audio of Miss Tassa is not ready to go as of right now. Perhaps it'll be ready for the midnight show. But listen to this debate on CNN. And this reflects everything that is wrong in America.
Scott, you keep saying, well, he didn't do anything. There's no indication of criminality. If that's true, he should be elated that we're putting these things out.
If that's true, it is true. Can you name any evidence?
I would like to see the evidence. What I'm saying is...
You think after 10 years of public life, you wouldn't know it already?
No, I don't. That's exactly the point.
Oh, my goodness.
Scott,
this is an IQ test. Don't fail it. Come on, man.
Scott,
10 years Donald Trump has been in public life.
That's embarrassing.
Come on.
Scott, it is an IQ test. I mean, for 10 years, we haven't heard any names. So you really think that no one's involved?
No, obviously. Larry Summers was involved. Stacey Plaskett was involved. There's all kinds of people involved with Jeffrey Epstein.
If someone was...
Just real quick, I just want to bring it back to something that just happened. I feel like I just heard Scott call into question this black man's intelligence with the IQ test. I feel like I heard that. And so I just want to say something. This is what it sounded like.
You want to make it racial? Go ahead, but it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I think that...
By the way, we know each other and we're friends. I know this man. He's a smart guy, and we're having a debate. We're having a debate. Don't make it into so. We don't even know each other, but we do.
This actually relates back to the topic that we're having, Scott. There is you're sitting here with so much confidence without seeing all of the documents that Donald Trump is innocent. There is a presumption of guilt that a black man walks around the United States with that I have been watching Donald Trump navigate this situation with the presumption of innocence that is never afforded to us, right? This is the same guy that is trailing 29 rape allegations. And we have videos of him saying things like, grab him by the you-know-what. Just the very fact that he's connected to the country's most egregious pedophile, enough. That fact alone is enough for us to ask questions about if it's a disqualifying factor for leadership. So I just don't know why you're so fervent right now, saying that I know for a fact he has nothing. Can we see the files and make that decision? Scott?
Look, here's what I think. It's been going on for 10 years. If there was a shred of anything to know about Donald Trump, we would already know it. What do we know? We know
absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
We know that Donald Trump knew Jeffrey Epstein, and we know that he excommunicated him from Mar-a-Lago and his life. We also know that after Epstein was convicted, that powerful Democrats continued to stay in touch with Jeffrey Epstein. This is not a story about Trump. It is a story about powerful men. Many of them are in the Democratic Party. We're going to find that out. You can't wash away the politics.
We got to hit pause on this conversation.
Republican versus Democrat.
That's because every Democrat goes on TV and accuses Trump of having done something
any of these files, by the way.
So that's just one discussion from CNN. I want you folks to now listen. The mayor of Chicago, Illinois, Brandon Johnson, I don't know what this guy's problem is. Listen to this.
So we know that the intentional attacks that are coming from the Trump administration and the extreme right in this country has very much been what I call it's an attempt to relitigate the Civil War, right? They have not accepted the results that the North actually won, right? Because if you look at all of the attacks, it's not just black cities. He's going after education, housing, transportation, good paying jobs, and healthcare. Those are literally the 5 demands of descendants of slaves post-Civil War. So it's evident that they are not committed to actually realizing the full dream of what this country can offer.
And that's the mayor, the actual mayor of Chicago. But again, police commissioner here in New York City, Jessica Tisch, is staying on the job. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. Let's start with your telephone calls here. Let's begin with Mike in Virginia. Mike, what's on your mind?
Hey, good afternoon, Dominic. I'm visiting my cousin. She's not doing well in Virginia from South Carolina. I wanted to talk about what's going on now, and you speak about it very well. Mandami, far left, a psycho, and now you have other people that still, chime in, like Crockett and Maxine Waters, Chucky Schumer, Hakeem. Enough with this, back and forth nonsense trying to undermine Donald Trump, who's cleaning up the huge mess left by, Biden and Kamala and all the other far left Democrat liars.
Right. I'm not big on the nicknames, for officials, but I hear you, Mike. The whole situation is a mess. I wish I had thank you for the call. I wish I had an answer to clean this up. I don't. It's an absolute, horrible situation. Thank you for the call. Let's go to Sammy, line 5, Howard Beach. I understand Sammy has some criticism of me. What's on your mind, Sammy?
I have a lot of criticism. Before you get to, are you stoned? Are you high? Let me talk. Don't be a fake.
You're not. Wait, Sammy. You're not going to go on forever with the Dominic Carter show. So make your point, please.
I made my point. You're a fake tough guy. You don't like politicians being called names, but the way you talk about Mandami, the way you pronounce his name is totally disrespectful.
So you're a fan of Mayor-elect Mamdani?
No. I told you, I'm a Republican. Maybe you should take the wax.
First of all, Sammy, I have no idea who you are. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. You told me before you're a Republican. What makes you think I remember you?
I never said you remembered
me. You just said I told you I'm a Republican. I don't know you're a Republican. How would I know that?
Beater. You're a wife beater.
Okay. All right, Sammy. Thank you for the wonderful call. You feel good now? I hope you feel good. I hope you feel good about yourself. Notice you're not even floating my boat. I don't care what you have to say. That's the bottom line. Let's go to John. Staten Island, line 4. What's on your mind, John?
I mean, you actually pronounce Mamdani the way I would pronounce Mamdani. So at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be perfect. But as for Jessica Tisch, she doesn't really need a job because her father's cousin is the co-owner of the Giants. She could leech off of him at any time she wants.
Well, I don't know why she has to. You're saying she has to leech off of someone. She's independently wealthy. Her whole family is wealthy. But John, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful call here. Let's go to Sal in Bayonne, New Jersey, line 1. What's on your mind, Sal?
Hello, Dominic. Dominic, we need to stop all third world immigration because these immigrants don't share our values and they don't assimilate. Because when you see Zoran Mamdani's victory speech, he mentioned all third worlders, but he never mentioned white Europeans and Jews. And if we don't do something about this illegal invasion from the third world, all of America will become like New York City with Mamdani.
Right. Well, with Mamdani, I don't know how to put this out, but we've gone down a road that we really should not be going down. It's horrible, Sal. Thank you for the call. Let's go to Russ. I haven't talked to Russ in a while. Russ in White Plains, line 3. Russ, what's on your mind?
Oh, hi, Dominic. I'll be quick because, I don't like to criticize Donald Trump. I voted for him. But Donald Trump undermines himself. Meeting with that head chopper yesterday after calling Mamdani a terrorist, communist, 9/11 hijacker, he just does himself in. And it's sad to see, but that's why I voted for him. Because, you know what? Confidence without knowledge will bring people down. Greed is not good. And faking it till you make it isn't good either, and Donald Trump has given us all a lesson in that, Dominic. Hey, thanks a lot. Love your show.
So wait a minute, Russ. You said Trump is giving us a lesson in fake it until you make it? What are you talking about?
Donald Trump really isn't qualified to be president.
Okay, I'm batting 1,000 today. Thank you for the call, Russ. With the level of success that this man has, and we're going down this path. You know what, folks? We're going to take a break, and we are coming right back.
This shrimp and coconut sauce is divine. What's your secret?
Goya coconut milk.
How does it taste so good?
It's all in that real coconut flavor and that rich, creamy texture.
What about thickeners and added sugars?
None. Just smooth, coconutty goodness.
What can I make with it?
From curries to sweet treats like coconut flan, the possibilities are endless.
Goya coconut milk. Take your cooking to the next level. No question about it. Find it in the Goya section of your local grocery store. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And we are back. Dominic Carter here with you. The number to reach us live this hour, 800-848-9222. Again, I do apologize, folks. We really wanted the interview with the mother, her unimaginable story that occurred, Sabine Tassa. We're trying our best to clean up the audio now, and perhaps we'll have it for the midnight program. I do apologize that it's not ready as of now. We just could not air it in the shape that it was in. Let's go to line 1, Paulie in Westwood. Paulie, what's on your mind?
Yeah, Dominic. I was just that guy Sammy or whatever his name was. That was something. I just Googled your name and ran about. Did you beat your wife?
Okay, so what's going on here now, folks? This is ramification. This is coming back. This is from the campaign. And I'm not going to say that this is related to a candidate, but these are jokesters and people. This is Sid has faced it. Greg Kelly has faced it. And I'm not going to say which candidate they supported, but they're trying to do this online. Now they're trying to call up. But let me just say this to you. You can say anything you want. You're not going to get under my skin. You can say anything you want. My job is secure. You can say anything you want. You don't know the status of what's going on in my life. You are speculating. So just keep doing it. I know exactly where this is coming from. I know which candidate this is coming from in the mayor's race that's got some passive aggressive thing going on right now and has people doing his dirty work. I know exactly. I knew when comments started popping up on social media where this stuff is coming from. And so I don't even want to deal with any of that. Let's keep this stuff on the merits. But I'll just say to you folks, keep it up. Keep calling with your nonsense. You're not getting under my skin at all. I'm laughing at you. I think you're the biggest joke on earth. You're doing somebody else's dirty work because they ran a horrible campaign for mayor. You think I don't know what time it is? Come on, folks. I've been in this game for 40 years. Let's go to Edgar in New Jersey, line 4. Edgar, what's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic. Long-time listener, first-time caller, big fan. And let me tell you something. Stay strong, brother. Listen, thank you for not disclosing where I live in New Jersey, because today we live in a townhome area, and one of the guys that were looking at one of the townhomes was a red beret. You know who I mean, okay? So he's now in witness protection program, been thrown out of New York, and now he's coming to Jersey. But in any case, Dom, stand strong, man. Be good and keep on doing the good.
Thank you for the call, folks. Listen, this is not a conversation about me versus a former candidate for mayor. Let's stick to the issues but let me be clear. I've known for a month where all these comments on social media are coming from. It's a passive aggressive thing where one of the candidates in the race for mayor thinks that he's going to, I don't want to say take someone down, but whatever. Let's go back to your calls here. Let's go to okay, so I want to get to Judith, but I want to give her enough time, so I don't want to rush her. And I see we have Sandra, and then we have Frank in Bayville. We have a number of callers. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to rush anybody, is I'm going to take a break. We're taking your live calls at 800-848-9222. Dominic Carter here with you. Hope you folks are having a wonderful day. I know I am. 800-848-9222. We're going to take this break, and you can reach me on social media on Twitter at Dominic TV, Facebook and Instagram, Dominic Carter TV. Time for a break, folks. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show, entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And we are back. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. I'm going right back to your live telephone calls in just a second. But Congresswoman Haight, Jasmine Crockett of Texas, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the world. I really am, because I'm confused these days at a lot of things. And again, if you're just joining us, I apologize that we don't have right now the interview with Sabine Tassa. We are well aware of the fact that she is a global newsmaker, a October 7th survivor. Horrible what happened to her oldest son, shot in the head 6 times, fatally killed. Her husband jumped on a grenade to save his children. Her youngest child is legally blind in one eye. She's the subject of one of the 7 segments on HBO. One day in October. And so we're working to fix the interviews and the quality. We should be able, hopefully, to air them on the midnight program tonight. Certainly not if midnight tonight, then we may just hold them until tomorrow. So we do apologize for that. Let's see here. I was mentioning Jasmine Crockett. I want you to listen to what she has to say as it relates to the president and those of us that voted for this president.
I don't understand why they like him so much, because he clearly don't like them. Because when 42 million people, and I know some of them had to be MAGA, when they needed to line up to get their EBT, and it wasn't nothing there, he didn't care. So, I think that people need to get back to prioritizing themselves and their families and their future instead of being dragged to hell by this dude who obviously has them in a cult.
Wow, Congresswoman Haight. Now, you may recall just yesterday, Mary Bruce, the ABC correspondent, this is before we get right back to your calls, the ABC correspondent that tried to challenge President Trump in the Oval Office with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia sitting right there. And the president said how disrespectful she was and that perhaps the license for ABC TV should be pulled, should be revoked. Well, she appeared on Good Morning America this morning, right? And listen to how Robin Roberts had nothing but great things to say about this correspondent, Mary Bruce.
And Mary, I don't have to tell you, these are extremely challenging times, and thank you for your reporting and your willingness to ask these types of questions. It must be surreal for you, Mary.
It is a little surreal, and Robin, thank you for that, but it is also just our job, and we're going to continue to do that.
Thank you for that, Mary.
And you did it well, Mary.
Wow. Let's go back to your telephone calls. Dominic Carter here with you folks, 800-848-9222. Line 1, Judith in Brooklyn. Judith, what's on your mind?
Oh, Dominic, my dearest Dominic, number one, attacking you turns me into a pit bull. And you, as far as I'm concerned, you're on Team Normal versus Team Crazy, okay? So I'll leave it at that for now, because this is what I want to say. As far as October 7 goes, we have the Second Amendment, and it's more important than ever, because these guns, as far as I'm concerned, are for defense weapons, okay? Which something they didn't have. Do you know that? They did not have any weapons over there to defend themselves. But over here, we do, and we should, because, and learn how to use them, legally, whatever, so that, according to what you said, this lady said, there should be a deterrent. Moving on to Russ, I got to tell Russ, this is called political diplomacy, my dear. Trump is surrounded by very smart strategists, okay?
Agreed.
And the world's a very shaky place, okay? It's like a chess game, and the well-being and lives are at stake. And alliances sometimes have to be made for the greater good. And Dominic, you are very much loved by so many people. In fact, my own husband, I have to tell you, and I respect him a lot. Friday, someone texted. I called up last minute. I said, let me see him do one show. I would never do a show. It would be petrifying to go behind the mic and do a show. You sit there and you do these shows all by yourself, whatever. And so my husband, I said, what would your answer? Because I was thinking on a fly, like I thought, how dare this man, the fool, Willie, whatever, JC, Jester, Crown, whatever you want to call, clown you want to call him. And my husband says, well, I would say that Dominic is very smart. He's very sincere. He's very genuine. He just went on and on with so many compliments.
Oh, that's nice of you, Judith, and of your husband. Tell him I said, how much do I owe him? No, I'm only joking. Thank you. I will just say this, Judith. So I'm looking at some of the comments online, and people are telling me not to address the nuts, but I do want to say this. It's really sad of what's going on. You had a candidate run for mayor that was had no chance of winning. And now he's upset because he's realizing how much he shot himself in the foot and how much damage he's done to his legacy and his own career. And now he's angry at the world, and he has these nuts. They've been doing it for months. If you go on my social media, the last 2 months, you go on my social media, you can tell who they are. I just never addressed it. It's no skin off my back. They can say anything about me and my life is an open book, period. Okay. And really that's the end of it there. And so this person is in a passive aggressive move, this former candidate. He's trying to go scorched earth on everybody that he feels that didn't get in line behind him. When the truth is, if that if that candidate was on the radio, he would have been the first to buck the system and criticize someone else running for mayor. But yet when it's him, we're supposed to all get in line and back him. Life doesn't work that way. That's why I begged him not to run. He chose to run. He embarrassed himself. I've moved on. I'm not going to waste my time. And thank you for the great call, Judith. I'm not going to waste my time playing this game. If you want to keep having your sicko nuts that have no life, that are sitting in mommy's basement, calling up, let them call. I'll have fun with them. They can say anything they want. But guess what? At the end of the day, the show goes on. My ratings are sky high, as you know they are. And I'm not even going to go there where I could take this conversation, because it would not be professional, because some of us have ratings and some of us don't. Period. And that's the bottom line, folks. Because if a day comes where I don't have the ratings, guess what? Bye-bye, Dominic. You're the weakest link. We love you, Dominic, but you gotta go. It's as simple as that, folks. So you can keep having, I guess you're like Beyonce with your nutty supporters, all 5 of them. Let them keep calling and let them keep trying to ambush, and we'll start having fun with it. I'll come up with some great ideas, but there's nothing and be man enough. If you got something you want to say, at least when me and Sid got into it, we did it mano a mano, man to man. You got something you want to say to me, I'll give you an open invitation. Oh, I'm never coming back. And yeah, right. I'll give you an open invitation. You can come on anytime you want with me. Don't hide behind your 5 followers. You do the dirty work yourself. Don't do it. That's not cool. We've known each other for 30 years. You want to take it here to this level? Let's do it. But you coming at me, I'm going to start coming at you. And you know I know everything about your life and what's gone on. So you want to start coming at me? Believe me, I'm about to start coming at you. And I don't think you can survive it, to be honest with you. Because when I start talking the financial stuff, it's not going to be pretty. And you know I know what time it is. Let's go back to your telephone calls. And that's enough about me, so let's leave that alone. Let's go to Sandra. Sandra in New Jersey, line 2. Sandra, what's on your mind?
Well, first of all, those garbage calls, I call them, they go in one ear and right out the other. They don't get any. Well, thank you. But
it's really, because I know where they're coming from. They're coming from a candidate that ran for mayor, and he's behind this all. Him and his, I'm not even going to go any further than that. But anyway, go ahead, Sandra.
Politics is not a nice thing. But anyway, going back to business. Okay. Under the under the Trump administration, by the way, there's less fentanyl killing the Americans now, less sex trafficking of women and children. They just concluded, as of now, they have found 30,000 missing illegal children. 3 weeks ago, it was 24,000. Now it's up to 30,000. So the Chicago Mayor Brandon made that comment that Trump is making this into a civil war. No, it's not the case. He's just getting the bad guys off the streets. And also, Dominic, I read that all the kids that are 14 years and older, they will get $2,500 to go home to their families safely. It's going to be all done by a judge. Everything is going to be done correctly. But you have to keep in mind, look at what he's done. He found 30,000 children. Biden didn't bother to find any of those kids.
Correct.
But this man is. So, they can all pick on Trump all they want, but I read and I see all the wonderful things he's doing.
Fantastic, Sandra. You and I agree. I hope your husband as well. Thank you for the wonderful call. I know I'm going to regret this next call, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's go to line 5. E. Frank in Astoria. Good afternoon. What's on your mind?
Yes, good afternoon, Dominic. You're not going to regret it because I'm going to get down to the point and I'm going to explain things. You're a very serious individual, okay? You tell the truth. You explain the issues to the best of your understanding, knowledge, and experience. So I'm not going to be playing horse games here.
Okay, E. Frank, we've already wasted 30 seconds. Please get to the point.
My point is, I didn't vote for Zoran but I believe that maybe it's a good thing for the city of New York to accept this mayor, because maybe he's the one who probably will prove that they're all dead wrong there as socialists and their economic theories that don't work, that fall apart, like economic laws. They don't know they live in a constitutional state like the United States. They don't know what the Constitution of New York State states. They don't even understand the city charter very well. They're just interested in their political underminings that later on we have to pay.
Wait, E. Frank, wait, one more time. Wait, you're telling me you're going through this litany of things. What exactly are you telling me? I'm not following the point. I'm sorry.
Okay. What I'm saying is that whoever voted for Zoran Mandani, it deserves to live under him, because he is not going to help us. And I think that maybe he was the right choice for his voters, because that night when he was doing his speech, I was offended deeply about what he was saying about what he's going to do to Donald Trump. That's disgusting. You should respect the president.
I agree with you on that. Lovely call, E. Frank. You surprised me there. Thank you very much. E. Frank calling from Astoria. Let's see here. Let's go to line 1, John in Brooklyn. But John, please, let's not make this about me, because if you do, all you're doing is giving the former candidate for mayor exactly what he wants. Let's stick to the issues. What do you want to talk about?
I just wanted to say I'm order, and no one should be calling up and disrespecting you. My comment, too, Republicans never push back when statements are made like illegal aliens commit less crime than Americans. Where is the evidence of that? Where is the data? You know what, Dominic? The lieutenant governor of Texas during the invasion was on national TV and said Texas is the only state that keeps track of crimes committed by illegal aliens. So where do these Democrats keep coming up with that they're more law-abiding than the rest of us? It's friggin' lies, number one.
Well, I agree with you, John. We live in a very polarized world, and I don't have the answer to fix the problems, but I've been trying to ring the alarm bell on this for, I'd say, the last couple of years. So, for example, we can't even agree that President Trump is doing an outstanding job. You know it. I know it. Anybody that's being reasonable and fair knows that this president is doing an outstanding job. But half the country, as I have consistently said, will tell you that this man is literally the devil. And it's mind blowing. It really is. John, thank you for the wonderful call. Folks, we see all your calls coming in. I've got to take a break. Dominic Carter here with you. 800-848-9222. We are going to be coming right back and going right back to your telephone calls.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative. On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts of the day. I'm punting so I can get right back to your telephone calls. Let's go to Fran, line 1 in New York. Fran, what's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic, how you doing, buddy? I back everything you said today. You're awesome, buddy. But listen, the bottom line is this Mandami scammy guy. He's going to be bad, no doubt. But you got to remember, 8 years they voted de Blasio in. How much worse? I mean, I don't care. How much worse can he be than that moron de Blasio? He robbed $800 million. Him and his wife had no idea where it went. I mean, how much worse is it going to really be, Dominic? Love you so much.
You know what, Fran? I saw de Blasio the other day, and everybody, he was here at the station. Everybody was remarking about how tall he is. He's really tall. And something's going on because now maybe he's a little annoyed with me, because of my criticism of him. And thank you for the great call. But normally he'd stop and talk, but he just seems very different from the Bill de Blasio. Everything was very superficial, very different from the de Blasio that I've known. And let's face it, politics is a tough business. Who likes to be criticized? And mayors and former mayors, they're criticized every single day by people like me, and it comes with the turf. And yes, I'm sorry, I do feel he was the worst mayor ever in New York City's history, and I worry that we may be going down this same path again. Thank you for that great call. Let's see here. Let's go to Bob, line 2 in Westchester. Bob, what's on your mind?
Dominic, thank you for taking the call. You got a lot of nuts out there. Listen, you keep doing what you're doing, and the reason why some people don't like Trump is because they're jealous. They can't figure how to bring him down. That's what's going on.
You're exactly right, Bob. And the last thing I'm going to say as it relates to me, I got something new. I got something new for them. One, and I didn't want this stuff. I'm still not going to play the game because this candidate for mayor, he wants to have this full scale public war. Well, he's the one on the outside looking in, begging to get back in. That's the truth. That's the truth, okay? All of this public posturing, and I've already said too much. I'm never going back. It's all posturing, folks. He's realized how much he shot himself in the foot, and he has no place to turn, nowhere to go, and he's got his nuts, these people that will do anything and everything that they a cult. Let's pressure Dominic. And, next week it may be Greg Kelly. You can't reach Sid, so you can't get a hold of him. But I'm not going to change anything that I do. My life is an open book, literally. And, there's certain things that I won't comment on. And thank you for your great comment there, Bob. And from now on, when they call with their nonsense, right? I'm just going to say next. I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to do anything. So you keep calling, and all I'm going to do is say next, and we're going to move the show on to the next call. And eventually you'll get tired, because if you think that you're getting under my skin, guess what? You're not. As the kids say, you're only playing yourself, right? So let's leave it at that. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to go to line 2, which is Tony in Clifton, New Jersey. Tony, what's on your mind?
Dominic, I have to tell you, one of the things we love about WABC and Dominic Carter is that they are loyal to our president. And what we're seeing time after time is loyalty gets you in a lot of hot water. But Dominic, you're going to rise above it, because anyone who loves President Trump is great in my book. If you don't care for your president, you got to stop and look at yourself and say, what a shame. Disgraziato, as they say in Italian, and I know some people know what that word means. Thank you, Dominic Carter.
Thank you for the lovely call. Thank you so much. Let's go to Lewis in Queens, line 1. Lewis, what's on your mind?
Well, I just want to make a point. Bill de Blasio's last name was taken from an Italian distant relative. His real name is Waldheim. And I'd like the people to know this, that he's a fraud.
I think the whole city of New York knows that de Blasio was not his original name. But go ahead, Lewis, quickly, please.
All right. And the $800 million was from the city. It was supposed to go to the City Board of Education.
No, it was not. It was supposed. You learned that from a former host that doesn't know what he's talking about. It was mental health dollars. Thank you for the call, Lewis. Folks, I want to tell you this. All it takes is $11 a month. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation at T2T.org. T2T.org. I am back at midnight.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode, so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?